Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is El Diablo Mexicano. Welcome back to another episode of Killing Floor 2 News. Today we have a little bit of just some small minor updates and changes to what's been going on in the Halloween update. We're going to be talking about some minor changes because Tripwire did confirm some of the changes are going to be happening to the matchmaking system, so we'll be talking about those. Then we also are going to be looking at two more of the Zed's costumes for the Halloween update. So let's get this show started. Looking at the very first thing I want to be covering is matchmaking. So if you play on PC, you're probably used to the browse servers option. That's where you find all your dedicated servers. Well, if you're on console, you don't have that option. So we'll be looking at matchmaking, online matchmaking. Tripwire is trying to do this huge overhaul to the matchmaking settings because it's very much needed. I'm hoping that they improve not only all of the mechanics behind looking for matches, but they're also improving the overlay and how it looks. And so I cannot wait to see how that looks in the game, because of all the things, Killing Floor 2 desperately needs a new matchmaking setting. And so let's kind of go over what we'll be looking at. So as normal, like the vanilla settings, everything's all right here in one page. So you can choose what game mode you want, the starting map, so what map you want to play, what difficulty you want it on, how long you want it to be, permissions, so whether it's going to be friends, public, that kind of thing. And then at the very bottom, you can have whether or not you want to jump in a game that's already started, you want to have a brand new game, or maybe you want to jump in the lobby, as well as custom maps, the regular maps, and whether it's going to be ranked or not. So all of this is just kind of thrown in together, and Tripwire admitted, like, yeah, this is kind of too much for people who just jump in the game. So what Tripwire wants to do is think of it as almost two tabs. So it sounds like we're going to have like a second one of these little tabs right here, a drop-down menu. So you click this, and then it'll pop up and it'll have two options: find a match and create a match. So we start with find a match. Find a match is going to do just what it says. You're going to be able to jump in and quickly find a match. And so you're going to have several options to choose from when you select find a match. You'll be able to change the game mode, so whether you want it to be on survival or endless mode, or even do on the weekly challenges. You'll be able to change the difficulty, so how hard it is. You'll be able to change the length, so again, if you're doing a survival map, you want to do 4 waves, 7 waves, or even 10 waves. Then lastly, if you're on console, you'll be able to change what region you're playing in. So I want to say, I don't play on console, but I'm assuming it'll be like North America, Asia, that kind of thing. So which region you want to play in, because already for PC, they're going to be trying to work on having the search for the lowest ping possibility if you're playing on PC like me. So those are going to be the options for find a match. Now, if you go to create a match and click the second tab, it's going to have two new things. So it's going to have all the ones I just mentioned, but it's also have two new things: what map you want to play, as well as permissions. So the difference between create a match and find a match is, while find a match is jumping in randomly to quickly find a match to play on, create a match is going to help you create a match. And the idea is that it's supposed to be more user-friendly, so you can play with your friends and form parties. So in create a match, the two things you're going to have are maps, and so you can choose what map you want to play. Do you want to play on a map, like a standard map, or you want to play in a custom map? And then the last thing is the last thing is going to be in its permissions. And so it's who can you play with? Do you want to play with public, so everybody? Do you want to play with only friends? Or do you want to set a password so only your friends can jump in? And so that's going to be the main difference. And so Tripwire is hoping that adding these two features for find a match and create a match is going to be making matchmaking a little bit easier to use. Moving on from that, we'll be looking at the two new concept designs that were just released today as well. So we'll be looking at both the Gorefast and the Husk, and actually let's start out with the Gorefast. So as you can see, the Gorefast is going to be a mummy, and I have to say this is probably my favorite design that I've seen. I absolutely love the way the Gorefast looks in this design. I love it. It's beautiful. And part of the reason is because I love ancient Egypt. That's why I was so excited when I saw Assassin's Creed Origins come out, because, again, I love ancient Egypt. One of my favorite things about the Gorefast design, though, is that the attention to detail. When I say that, we're looking at the kepesh, the sickle sword that's on the Gorefast, and so I like how Tripwire changed that and tweaked it to match the overall costume. However, looking at the character a little bit further, as you can see, we also have two different designs, as we've seen with like the cyst and then the crawler. So looking at the Gorefast, we have Type A and Type B. So it looks like Type A is going to be sporting a helmet, while Type B is not going to be wearing anything. And so, as I was saying in my past video, one of the things I'm hoping that Tripwire does, and I want them to kind of think about it, rather than just picking one design, so let's say Tripwire likes like Type A, and that's what they're sticking with, I want them to, instead of just having one Gorefast Type A, I want them to try to think about incorporating both designs and throwing them in together, because I think it'll add a greater variety of enemies in the game. So again, just think about that. Instead of just having one Gorefast design, maybe having 2 or 3 different Gorefast designs. Like I said, it'll add a greater variety of enemies, and it'll make the game pop up and be a little more cooler to see. Up next, we have the Husk. And so, actually, the Husk is going to be a knight. And similar to the Gorefast, the Husk has 2 different designs, A and B. Now, the main difference in these 2 designs lies in the armor. Husk B has a different chest piece and has spikes on both the shoulder pads and on his helmet. So it's very, very small differences in comparison to some of the other Zeds, because the Sis had a lot of differences in the designs. Now, what's really interesting to me, actually, is that they chose a knight for the Husk. And that's because I'm pretty sure we can all agree that knights didn't have flamethrower fireballs of death back in the medieval ages. So I don't know how they're going to incorporate the Husk's main weapon as a knight. I don't know if he's going to be like a Dragon Ball Z Kamehameha kind of situation, shoot the fireballs out of his hands. I don't know. Because if you can see in A, it almost looks like there's a furnace built into his chest. And so I'm very, very curious to see I'm just very curious as to how Tripwire is going to pull off the Husk being a knight. The design looks good, but it begs a question of what the hell are they going to do with the fireball cannon. And for the next couple seconds, in case you missed the last couple videos I put out for these past 2 weeks, I'll be including all of the different Zed designs for the Halloween event. So if you want to take a quick look at them, now's the time to do so. But then also, I'll be putting a poll up right here, so click on the little eye that pops up. Which of these Zed designs is your favorite, by the way? I'm very curious to see which one you guys like the best. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the content I have for today's video. If you enjoyed watching it, please click the like button and give my video a like. If you did not, click the dislike button and let me know in the comments why you didn't like the video. Other than that, if you have not done so, please click that subscribe button. If you click the little bell next to it, it'll notify you of any time I post a video. So your little notifications on your phone and your emails, you'll get notified whenever I post a new Let's Play video gaming guide, more Killing Floor 2 news, whatever it may be. And the last thing I want to quickly cover in Killing Floor 2 is that if you've been paying attention to my last couple of videos these past 2 weeks, the community poll for Tripwire's weapon is now over and done. So I hope that the gun that you voted for gets picked, and I want to wish you guys the best of luck, and the moments that we know which gun won that poll, I'll let you guys know. Do not forget that you can follow me at Twitch. I'll be providing a link in the bottom. It is L_Diablo Mexicano. You can also follow me on Twitter, which is Mexicano_Diablo. So I hope to see you guys there. Follow me on Twitter and then follow me on Twitch. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great rest of your week. Take care, everybody. Stay safe.